you should always bank on that income stream going away at some point, and you should take all the money that you earn, save it up, and invest it into something that pays you passively, that you're going to be paid while you don't have to actively go do anything. And that was something that a lot of people didn't do because they were scared that, oh, I'm going to make the wrong investment or, whatever. Well, what happens when that income's gone and you didn't do anything to proactively replace it? By the time AdvoCare was done, it was paying me somewhere between, depending on the month. At the height, I think AdvoCare paid me like 12 grand a month. But like, towards the end there, I'd already started to phase out a little bit and just not do as much with it because of the real estate business that I was building, but it was still paying me between $3,500 and $7,500 a month, which is substantial income. But like when it went away, I didn't have any fear in the world because I'd already replaced that multiple times over from the earnings that I made in that company, now working in investments.
Well, we were probably one of the very few that had investments,
Right.
So there was that in the back of my mind. Like, thank God we had started investing the money, because at that point we had been 7-8 years into Spalding Group, investing that money. So
I was 6. I had made my first investment 6 years prior.
But definitely part of the plan, because it actually, back then I didn't see the writing on the wall as much. There definitely was signs, I think. And so it prepared me for this next journey and season of my life, because I saw the writing on the wall at my last, company I was at. And a lot of people didn't see it and were being lied to, manipulated. And so I took that and gathered that information and made a decision. And I'm really glad that I left, because just less than a year later, they closed their doors.
Right.
And now, here I am earning 10 times the income, helping 10 times the amount of people. And we kind of left on the lifeboats from the sinking ship.
Yeah.
Is kind of how I view it.
Are you able to share how much in sales your organization does?
Each
month or year?
Yeah. So we're doing $2 million a month in volume. So that's 24 million a year, which when you really think about that, it's a lot of products being sold and people being helped. And my biggest sales revenue month, my former company, was close to 600,000. And that was after years of being there. So even in our first month, I think we did just over 2.5 million, but that was more of like a launch month. But outside of that, though, we are just continuing to grow, or just really scratching the surface with it. And so that's also too, just kind of being in these two first companies and joining one company year 20, doing decent. And then joining my second company year 8 of that company. Now here I am, helping launch a company that's really making history. And I wouldn't probably have seen that opportunity if I hadn't been through what I went through.
So what's the difference between someone that sells $20,000 a month versus someone who sells $200,000 a month versus someone who sells $2 million a month? What is the difference in those people's actions, mindset? What separates those three categories?